The rain fell in relentless sheets, drumming against the cobblestone streets of Eldridge, a small coastal town where secrets clung to the air like damp mist. Clara stood beneath the awning of the shuttered bakery, her breath visible in the chill of the late autumn night. Her fingers tightened around the worn leather handle of the knife hidden in her coat pocket. The blade was cold, unyielding, much like the resolve that had hardened in her heart over the past year. Tonight, she would face Marcus Varnell, the man who had taken everything from her. Clara's story of revenge began not with a single act but with a cascade of betrayals. 2 years ago, she had been a rising star in Eldridge's tight-knit community, a painter whose vibrant canvases adorned the walls of the town's modest gallery. Her husband, Daniel, was a fisherman, his weathered hands and warm smile a constant in her life. They were not wealthy, but their small cottage by the cliffs was filled with love and laughter, the kind that made even the harshest winters bearable. Marcus Varnell was a different breed. A wealthy merchant who had arrived in Eldridge 5 years prior, he wielded his charm and money like weapons, buying loyalty and influence. To the townsfolk, he was a benefactor, funding the church's repairs and sponsoring the annual harvest festival. But Clara saw through his polished veneer. His eyes held a predatory glint, and his smiles never reached them. Daniel, ever trusting, dismissed her unease. "He's just a businessman, Clara," he'd say, ruffling her hair. "Not everyone's out to get us, but Marcus was out to get something." His interest in Clara's paintings grew from polite compliments to an obsession. He offered to buy her entire collection, promising to display them in galleries across the country. Clara, flattered but cautious, declined. She painted for love, not for profit. Marcus's persistence turned to pressure, his visits to her studio more frequent, his words laced with veiled threats. "You could be famous, Clara," he'd say, leaning too close. "Don't waste your talent on this backwater town." Daniel noticed the change in Clara's demeanor, the way she flinched at Marcus's name. One evening, after Marcus left their cottage with another rejected offer, Daniel confronted him at the docks. Witnesses later said it was a heated exchange, Daniel's voice rising over the crash of waves, Marcus's responses calm but cutting. That night, Daniel's boat never returned. The official report called it an accident, a sudden storm, a capsized vessel. But Clara knew better. Daniel was no novice, he'd navigated worse storms without a scratch. The Coast Guard found no wreckage, no sign of struggle, only the endless expanse of the sea. Clara's grief was a raw, gnawing thing, but suspicion soon took root. Marcus's absence from town the day Daniel disappeared, his too perfect alibi of a business trip, and the way his eyes avoided hers at the memorial service, they all pointed to one truth. Marcus had orchestrated Daniel's death. Clara's search for proof consumed her. She pored over shipping logs, bribed dock workers, and eavesdropped on tavern conversations. Whispers surfaced of Marcus's dealings with unsavory types, smugglers who operated under the cover of night. One name kept emerging. Silas, a weary man with a scar across his cheek, known for doing Marcus's dirty work. Clara tracked Silas to a rundown tavern on the outskirts of Eldridge. Under the guise of a desperate widow seeking answers, she plied him with ale and questions. Drunk and careless, Silas let slip that Marcus had paid him to handle a problem at sea. He didn't name Daniel, but the implication was clear. Clara's grief hardened into a singular purpose: revenge. She sold her paintings to fund her plan, her once vibrant art now dark and chaotic, reflecting the storm within her. She learned to move silently, to blend into shadows. She